Hello everybody, this is Rue, and this is going to be the updated, as of January 15th, 2011, How to Forge Guide for Domain of Heroes. To access your inventory easily, just click the Inventory tab. For the newer players, I will be showing you in this guide how to forge items and what that means in terms of player skill and, as you progress through the game. Forging is easily one of the most important aspects of the game, so in order to do well, you definitely are going to want to master this skill as soon as possible. The first thing I'm going to talk about is item rarities. There are 7 rarities in the game, which are common, which are signified by gray items. These items have no enchantments on them. I don't have one in my inventory right now because I don't find them important. All characters, when they are created, will start with an uncommon strong hand and a chest piece. Typically, the only bonuses they give are base damage and base defense, which in the long run does not do much for you, so they're pretty worthless. To start with, that's all you have, though. But as you go, you find an item pretty much every wave of monsters you kill, so you'll definitely be getting into better gear pretty quickly. The next step up from common would be uncommon, which is shown by white text, as you can see by the skull plate. It is an uncommon item, which means it has 1 enchantment on it. All items come pre-enchanted with the max amount of enchantments they can have. So every item that you will find will automatically have the maximum amount of enchantments they can contain. As you can see, this has 1 enchantment, which is a 3.0% chance to inflict Berserk. The next step up would be a notable, which has yellow text for the name, and it can hold 2 enchantments. The next step up is rare, which is a green text and holds 3 enchantments. Next step up from that is epic, which used to be known as unique, so if you see people selling unique item, they're probably referring to an epic item because there was a recent change when mythical items came out. However, epic is what they're usually referred to. They have blue text and they give 4 enchantment slots. Legendary has purple text and they hold 5 enchantments, and not too long ago we had mythical items introduced to the game, probably about 6 months ago. And these will offer you 6 enchantment slots and are definitely one of the best gears you're going to find. Excuse me. Going on to item quality. There are 5 different item qualities you will find. They will range from normal to heroic. Heroic is the best the quality can be, and that'll give you a 25% bonus to the enchantments on that item. As you can see, this item is heroic, and it gives you a 5.6% chance of silencing and a 4.4% chance to cause bleed. You can also see on this item here, the rare, it's an exceptional item, which the hierarchy of item quality goes normal to high to craftwork to exceptional to elite. Each jump up the ladder gives you an extra 5% bonus for the enchantments. Typically, you're going to want all of your items to be heroic, as it gives you the most benefit possible from that item. In order to increase the quality of your item, you're going to have to upgrade the quality. And to do that, I'll use is this heroic? No, this is elite. Elite is the last step before heroic. You cannot upgrade an item to elite unless you're level 5, and when you are level 10 you can upgrade an elite item up to a heroic. To upgrade it, you're just going to select the box next to the item name and the picture, and then you're going to go down here where it says upgrade quality, and you'll use materials to increase the item quality. So you're just going to click that, the item will vanish and automatically go to the bottom of the list in your mule or inventory depending on where the item is. As you can see, I got 0.1 extra % chance of inflicting Berserk because it is a tier 1 enchantment. What that means is there are 4 tiers of enchantments. Tier 1 can be usable by almost anybody depending on the enchantment. Tier 1 enchantments range widely in terms of how effective they are. For example, increasing your damage multiplier will need a level of 10, whereas adding 12.5 to a stat at heroic quality, mind you, will only add will not add a requirement at all. Some items have insane requirements for their quality, or their material rather. As you can see, this bone item right here, even though it's an uncommon and should be able to be used by any player regardless of level, has a minimum level requirement of 55 because it is a special item. Excuse me. Continuing on with tiers, enchantment tiers rather, all you have to do to see the tiers is click this hammer with a plus sign next to it. This will open up the forge portion of the screen. As you can see, it's only an uncommon item, meaning it only has one enchantment. In order to reforge the item, you will have to destroy the one enchantment on it. Any item that you remove one enchantment from, you'll automatically be able to put an enchant on there. As you can see, I deleted it. It costs 100 coin to remove an enchantment. And you'll get an open slot, and you can add any enchantment you want. As you can see, I'll go to something very simple to see all in one screen. Leeching 0.3% HP at heroic quality will take 100 vampire fangs and 500 coin, whereas the next step up is leech HP by 0.5%, and that takes 10,000 vampire fangs and 10,000 coin. And then for the tier 3 enchant, you leech 0.8% HP, and that cost 1 million of the vampire fangs and 150,000 coin. Tier 3 enchantments are the best you can put on an item yourself. For the leeching HP, 0.3 as a max puts an item requirement level of 10, where 0.5 HP is level 15 and 0.8 will be 35 if I'm not mistaken, if there isn't an overriding requirement such as this item being made of bone and having the 55 requirement. So different stats will give you different amounts. For example, for afflictions, tier 1 gives you 3.1, tier 2 is 4.4, and tier 3 is 5.6. Just to show you guys how to enchant, I'll just add a chance to Berserk, which is just what I just removed anyway. So I'll add the enchant. It'll take away 100 angry spirits and 500 coin from my inventory and my material storage, my regent storage rather. To start with, you can only hold 100 of each type if I'm not mistaken. To increase, I have the max, which is 1 billion of any type, which I don't have a billion of anything because I don't have that much time on my hands. I also have the automatic recycler, so your screen probably won't have these drop boxes unless you have downloaded those add-ons. I'll do another guide on add-ons at a later date, so if you want to know about those, feel free to ask or look in the forums. That's where they're all found anyway, and they all have directions. So definitely look into getting those. They are a godsend. Excuse me. So that's basically how you upgrade an item and how you enchant an item yourself. However, the last important thing I want to bring up is find only enchants. As you can see on this rune right here, it has 3 enchants that you can't enchant by yourself. The way you know an item is drop only, or an enchantment is drop only rather, if you look at the forge screen and you see adds 37.5 to luck, and in parentheses it says luck orb, that means you can enchant it yourself. That's a tier 3 enchantment for flat stat increasing. However, right below it you'll see increases luck by 5.4%. That is the tier 3% boost for an enchantment, and that's drop only. You cannot put that on there. You have to find it on an item. Also regenerating 0.6% of missing HP. There's also regenerating 1.4% of missing MP rather, and those are drop only. And then there's also increasing magic find by, I believe it's 6.3, 12.5, and 18.8 for tier 1, 2, and 3 respectively, each following the requirement guidelines as well. There's also one more important thing with a drop only enchant, and that is adds 50 to power. That's a tier 4 flat enchant, and although it says power orb, you cannot put that on by yourself. You have to find it on an item. However, if I were to take it off, I would gain the same amount of power orbs as, say, I took off a tier 3 enchant, meaning I'd get 100,000 power orbs for removing the tier 4 or a tier 3 enchant. So definitely look out for items with enchantments like that on them. They are very rare and they're very valuable, so keep an eye out. So I basically run you through the different rarities, the different qualities, the different tiers, and different type of enchantments to look out for. There's a ton of them, and generally you'll know what to keep based on your character. I'll also be making a character creation guide and how to play guide to tell you guys what type of enchantments you should be looking for, depending on what your race and class combination or what you guys are aiming for, whether you're trying to PvP, whether you're trying to be a PvP and magic finding hybrid, or whether you're just, goofing around and testing out and all that fun stuff. The last thing I'm going to show you guys is how to open keys. Keys are very simple, and they're very awesome to have. The one thing to know with keys is if you find one while grinding, meaning you kill a monster and you get it as a drop, you can only hold one from any specific area, whether it's in your storage, your inventory, or on your mule. If you want to keep getting keys while grinding without opening the key as you go, just open the key or throw it in your guild's vault if you have a guild that is allowing that to happen. I personally made my own guild, which costs 5 wishes, and 1 wish for every 5 units of storage I want in there, which is kind of wish heavy if you're a newbie, so I don't suggest that. For new players, I just suggest open the keys because they automatically grant you a rare or epic item. To open the key, you just go to the key in your inventory, click the key icon. As you can see, it says open treasure chest. Right over here, you'll see 9 boxes show up. You can choose any one of the 9. It does not matter. I always choose this one right here because I assume it's number 8, and that's my lucky number. And to open it, you just click it, and it'll open up. As you can see from the blue glow, I have an epic item. To remove this box, which you're going to want to do because it becomes an eyesore, just click it and it goes away. And here's the item that I found. Actually, not a bad item at all. I found it with a tier 4 agility percent increase. As you can tell, I cannot enchant that myself, so that is definitely an item I would keep for another character that I own, or for a new player if I didn't need it, which I probably don't. But I'll open another one just to show you guys. Ta-da! Hopefully this is a rare item. Yep, as you can see from the green glow, it's a green item. Click that, get rid of it. And sometimes the keys will bug out and they'll think you still have them. Just, you can move it and it'll vanish. It doesn't affect you. And then as you see, I just found a rare item. You can enchant it yourself to get it to a level requirement where you need it. This one is a vanilla, meaning it has no meaningful enchants such as luck percent, magic find, etc. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for keys. They are a great way to outfit your character to start with. Alternatively, a lot of players will buy keys from you for a decent amount of coin, sometimes around, believe 50k is pretty standard these days, but always check in trade or yard sale, because sometimes people will go out of their way to get keys because they can give you some pretty amazing stuff. So that's a basic rundown on how to forge and how to open keys. I hope this guide is very helpful to you, and may the drop rates be with you. So keep an eye out for my other guides, and if you have any questions, feel free to post it in the comment section below. You can also find me in the game. All of my characters generally have Rue in the name. If you ask for Rue, somebody will get a hold of me, and you can ask me a question through a whisper or just out in public. It does not matter. You can also email me. I'll put my email in the description below, or if that doesn't work, I guess you're out of luck. So definitely feel free to ask questions. I am more than willing to help you out any way I can. I generally don't give out free gear, so please don't ask me for gear. There are a lot of players who will give out a lot of free stuff. Just make sure you're being polite. If you're begging, you'll probably get muted because it's against the terms of service. So yeah, just hope this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in any manner you find most fitting to you. So enjoy, and I will see you guys in the game. Thanks, and have a good one.